What's up, guys? We're here for Goblin Slayer episode 10.5.
Yeah.
It's slightly different than previous because episode 11 was delayed a week. So in this episode, we really just got a recap of all the important events that we've seen, and that's pretty much it.
Just making sure that you're paying attention.
Yeah, are you ready? This is the recap episode, and in that we recap everything that we've seen before. There's nothing really new. This is something you can definitely skip.
Kind of like last week's episode.
Yeah, kind of. Except, there's some.
At least there's some substance there.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously this episode isn't exactly new or inspiring content. Honestly, I think if episode 11 had to be delayed, I understand that they maybe had to put something to fill the slot in like Japan or whatever. But
like, he's taking my idea. Good job.
Good.
Yeah, I don't even know how it works over there because it's so different than how we operate things here. So it could be like any number of reasons. Maybe they just like creating tensional suspense amongst their viewer base. Who knows? But while you're on the subject, what do you feel about these recap episodes? Do you think they're really important in a series like this?
No.
That it has a very basic
what
premise?
series should have a recap episode?
Steins Gate, yeah. Holy cow, yeah.
I have 3 episodes. 3 recap
Every
episodes.
3 episodes,
guys.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I actually would approve of that.
But yeah, no, I understand why some series should have recap episodes, but if you don't have time travel in multiple universes...
Yeah. Or, like 10,000 episodes that span 20 decades.
Yeah, pretty much. I understand why they did what they did, but, some delay of, some extenuating circumstances that didn't allow them to release episode 11, but it wasn't... I think, honestly, switching gears a little bit, Goblin Slayer has been a different series. It's been very controversial in the community. You have people who really like it, people who really hate it. But
that cracks me up watching people overreact.
But I don't know. I don't think it can be one of my favorite animes of the year. Just having this recap episode and the way they've been going, with another filler episode last week. It's not that I'm not excited to watch the series or the show every week. It's that I think now that slime has transcended into another realm, I feel like Goblin Slayer hasn't done that. But I still like the humor of it, some of it, and the stakes are interesting. So we'll see. We still have one more arc to redeem itself.
True, and that should be probably, or at least emphasis on should be the most explosive one yet, since it is the finale.
Yeah,
presumably.
There's goblins.
We don't know if it's good. Yeah, goblins are definitely going to die, which leads us into maybe some speculation. What are you thinking for the finale?
Thinking a lot of goblins. We have seen a goblin champion, and we've seen a hobgoblin. We haven't seen like a goblin.
We've seen like a goblin shaman.
I think so. Yeah, we haven't seen like a goblin like prince or whatever. I don't know, knight, a goblin knight. I don't know, man.
Do you think they'll just be new goblins, or do you think we'll
there's
see
going to
more
be a ton of them?
Or do you think we'll see more people like controlling them, or like just in the vicinity with the goblins, like we did with that one? Was he supposed to be an ogre or a demon? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it was supposed to be an ogre that was working for the demons, but don't go away that.
Who cares? The Demon King.
Maybe I should have watched that recap episode.
Yeah, exactly. Demon King is dead, boys. But yeah, I don't know. As far as speculation, I think the amount of goblins. I feel like in the last episode they were kind of like building a team, like unity around the town or whatever. So maybe the threat will be so big that everyone has to come out and fight, something like that. What about you?
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's gonna be goblins. I'll be disappointed if there isn't. I mean, since we did kind of see like the town that they're in being lively, it makes me think, your assessment's right, that there's some crap that's gonna go down that's gonna affect the whole surrounding, and that'll probably, who knows like how it'll go down. Like they could be in the city and like they're attacking the city. And then he has, Goblin Slayer has to make it to the farm, to try to get there. So maybe they have to go through a whole city with goblins. I don't really know how intense that will feel, with there being seemingly a good amount of adventures there. But if there is like an army of them, then it could be like the shift of being like, instead of getting ridiculed around town, he's actually like praised as like a savior. But I do say if we do get something like that, I definitely want to see like the spearman guy and like Witch in action. But
they seem pretty OP.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like last episode, we talked a little bit how like it seemed like it was like a one last like nice little relief before things go down, and I don't know how much I'll feel about that episode looking back if there's not any real stakes to this episode.
Yeah, people need to die.
Yeah, people do need to die. I think as a show, with being how like real and especially gritty it portrays things going on, like I think people do need to be like permanently injured in like an irreversible way, or people got to die brutally, or there's got to be something like I don't know
bad happened.
Yeah, like I don't know necessarily if like the one person that's like keeping his like sanity together, like, well, I don't know if that's really the glue that's keeping them together, but a focal point like with being like the farm girl. I don't really know if like it has to go so far that she dies.
Yeah,
but like if somebody like in their party, got killed or like injured to where they're not going to be adventuring anymore, or somebody important that we've seen,
pull a megalobox and they're in wheelchair for the rest of their life.
That spoiler. That was a great ending. But yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. It's hard to have a balance between low stakes and high stakes, and I think, especially with shows when you kill off people, it's hard to not alienate a fan base if you have a character that people really like and just kill them off.
Well, not only that, but it's like the first season of a show. So,
but yeah, we'll see. Well, anyway, I mean, this has been a kind of a recap video. Yeah. We need to wrap it up here and talk about speculation, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 11.
Peace, Addicts.
Later.